14-day mandatory quarantine in Kenya has been found dead in her room. To tell us a bit more about this, we're now joined on the line by our correspondent there, Sarah Kimani. Sarah, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Give us a little bit background into this story and how this woman was found.
Indeed, the Cabinet Secretary for Health, Mutahi Kagwe, has just confirmed that the lady, a 27-year-old lady from South Africa, we have her name, but for the sake of confidentiality and until her family is notified, we cannot give the name. However, we understand that she arrived in the country late last week, and when she got into the country, she did not present herself for quarantine as is required by the government, but instead she drove to her workstation, which is about 400 kilometers out of Nairobi, and apparently people outed her. Her colleagues outed her, and that is how she ended up being arrested and put into forceful quarantine in a public institution. We understand it is a college, a technical college here in the country. And we also understand that she complained about the conditions in this facility and had actually asked to be moved, but that had not been put in place. So it is then that this morning she was found hanging with a piece of cloth around her neck in her room, and officials in that area, it is called Nakuru County, are saying that they are suspecting that she committed suicide. However, House said that the process of investigations has started, and only then can police indeed tell the cause of her death.
All right, so how many people, was she the only person in the area that was quarantined, or are other people also being observed in this way?
In the same facility, in the same college where she was being quarantined, was also an elite Kenyan but we do not know if they had been in contact with each other. But we understand that those who had interacted with her in that facility spoke of a jolly person, a very jovial person. We are still not sure. Some information saying that she worked in a flower farm in Nakuru. That's about 400 kilometers away from here, but that information is still not yet clear. But she was not the only one in quarantine at the place. Now, here is because, according to health officials in the county, she did not present herself at the airport for quarantine. And according to them, an option of either sleeping in a hotel, or if she did not have money, because it is all self-sponsored. If you pay about 1,000 rand per night, or you could then go to the free facilities that are communal, because the government is using colleges and schools to quarantine people.
All right, Sarah, the line's not great, so we're going to leave it there for the time being, but hopefully we can get a bit more detail on that. A South African woman who's lost her life. Police suspect it could have been suicide, but it's still under investigation. She didn't present herself for quarantine when she arrived in the country, but traveled 400 kilometers outside of Nairobi to a place called Nakuru, and there her work colleagues outed her for as a person who had not presented herself to authorities. She was then taken to a facility, and the authorities then found her hanging with a piece of cloth. We'll have more on that a little bit later on. All right.